Welcome to Real Criminal Story, a place where real-life crime stories are presented with clarity, accuracy, and depth. This is not just a storytelling channel, but a platform dedicated to analyzing criminal cases based on verified facts, official investigation records, and concrete evidence. At Real Criminal Story, we take you into the world of actual criminal cases, where every detail matters. From crime scene evidence, surveillance footage, and police body camera recordings, to witness statements and suspect behavior, everything is carefully connected to reconstruct the full picture of each case. Each video is more than just a story. It is an objective breakdown of criminal motives, investigative procedures, and legal outcomes. We do not rely on sensationalism or unfounded speculation. Instead, Real Criminal Story prioritizes accuracy, neutrality, and respect for the truth. Because in the world of crime, even the smallest detail can change the entire narrative. This channel is built to help you better understand how law enforcement operates, how investigations unfold from the smallest clues, and the real consequences of criminal behavior. These are not just stories for entertainment. They are real-life lessons, sometimes harsh but necessary, about human nature and the fine line between right and wrong. If you are interested in criminal psychology, investigative processes, or simply want to gain deeper insight into real cases behind the headlines, then you are in the right place. Make sure to subscribe to Real Criminal Story so you don't miss out on in-depth analysis, factual storytelling, and clear perspectives on real-world crime. Real Criminal Story. No exaggeration, only what truly happened. There are cases where the ending doesn't begin with violence. It begins with warnings. Repeated, specific, impossible to misunderstand. In this case, the warning came more than 20 times. The same message over and over again. When I see her, I'm going to hurt her. And yet, nothing stopped what came next. She had already done what most people are told to do. She ended the relationship. Not gradually, not uncertainly, but completely. 4 years, and then she walked away. She moved to a new address, changed her routine, cut off communication across every channel. No calls, no messages, no access. From the outside, it looked like closure. But for him, it wasn't over. Instead of disappearing, he redirected his attention. He found a way to reach someone connected to her past, and he started making calls. Not once, not twice, more than 20 times. Each call carried the same underlying threat, sometimes direct, sometimes rephrased, but always pointing in the same direction. He was going to find her, and when he did, he was going to harm her. Those warnings were not hidden. They were passed along. She knew. The people around her knew. The danger was not invisible. It was spoken out loud, repeatedly, in advance. And still, no intervention came in time. On the morning it happened, there was nothing unusual about the day itself. It was Father's Day. She was getting ready to spend time with family. Her children were in the house, one in another room focused on his own world, one close by, within reach. Then, a voice. An argument. Brief. Tense. And then the sound that changes everything. Gunshots. Not one, not two. Enough that there would be no confusion about what had just happened. Her son didn't immediately understand what he was hearing, not until his younger sibling ran to him and said the words no child should ever have to say. Mom has been shot. What followed was panic, confusion, and a desperate attempt to help. A neighbor rushed in, tried to stabilize her, tried to bring her back, but the injuries were too severe. The time between those first sounds and the last breath was measured in moments. Emergency responders arrived, but there was nothing left to save. Inside that house, in the middle of what should have been an ordinary day, a life ended in front of her children. The man responsible didn't stay. He left the scene, disappeared long enough to discard the weapon. Then, days later, he walked into a police station and turned himself in. By then, the story had already taken shape. Investigators documented the threats, the timeline, the prior relationship, the relocation, the complete cutoff. All the steps she had taken to separate herself from him, and all the steps he had taken to close that distance again. In court, one detail stood out above the rest: the repetition. More than 20 warnings, the same intent expressed again and again before the act ever happened. And yet when he spoke, he described it with a single word: accident. It's a word that suggests unpredictability, a loss of control, something unplanned. But the evidence told a different story. The prior threats, the arrival at her home, the number of shots, the decision to leave, the disposal of the weapon. Each of those details pointed in one direction: deliberate action. The court ultimately reached its conclusion, and he was sentenced to decades in prison. For some, it brought a sense of closure. For others, it raised a different question: whether any number of years could account for what was taken in a matter of seconds. Because the impact didn't end that day. It continued forward, carried by the people who were still there. Especially her children. Her son, the one who ran toward the situation instead of away from it, had to grow up faster than most. The experience didn't define the end of his story, but it changed its direction. Over time, he focused on something his mother had built her life around: helping others recover, rebuild, heal. Years later, he graduated with top academic performance and earned the opportunity to continue that path. The same field, the same purpose. Not as a continuation of what happened, but as a response to it. This case isn't only about what took place inside that house. It's about everything that happened before it. The warnings that were spoken clearly, the pattern that was visible, the signals that, in hindsight, formed a complete picture. And that's the part that stays with you. Because sometimes the most important moment in a case isn't the crime itself. It's everything leading up to it.